glad to have you with us from First Bank Stadium in Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Vanderbilt Commodores. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about teams who are building for the future, you've got to mention Vanderbilt. Stadium upgrades, a dynamic crowd. First Bank Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee has improved in the last few years. It is the smallest stadium in the SEC, but the Vanderbilt fans are getting louder and more passionate as Clark Lee continues to build a contender in Nashville. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Gamecocks headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. So Vanderbilt's offense, who will have the football first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in, and we just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
And the Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Under fire. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
And guys, this 3rd and long is not exactly how they drew it up. Hopefully it's not an indication of what we'll see the rest of the game. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
The kick is on its way. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. So South Carolina's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes Lenoris Sellers. He's been able to put together a solid resume. We're anxious to see what he can do in this one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Play fake, Sellers. Makes the catch. It's Bennett. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bennett. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Pulls it in, it's Bennett. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains.
And that's this guy's third catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
Got to protect the merchandise, gets down without taking a hit. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Throwing, Sellers. Setting up the screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Makes it past the marker. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Gets it almost to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 29, and a solid return there. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Nashville, and we've had a lively first half. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
The Commodores will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. The points have been tough to come by, and they'll try to stretch this to a 2-possession game on this drive. Here's Sellers to throw. Pressure coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half for this defense.
So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Right on the money. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends in the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Finds the tight end. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. So there's been hardly any production from this offense, and yet at this stage in the game, a chance to take the lead on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Scanning the field, it's Carter. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Really nice job there by the safety back in the middle of the field. You see his range and the speed. He's able to close on the ball and then knock it away. Nice play.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It is your time. What is in your bag? What is your play call? Going to be fourth down now. I have to have this. I'm trailing. This is what every quarterback dreamed about in their backyard, making that play in a big-time moment. It's go time.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Fires to the right. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on fourth down. They'll go to the counter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Run in the red zone, it's Alexander. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And this one to bring us to a deadlock in the final moments. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Makes this one, and it'll be all tied up in the final minute. And he got it! They've tied the game in the final seconds.
And the late game execution worked to perfection. Moving the ball down the field, getting your kicker in a spot. You know exactly where he likes to kick it from. He drives it through. We're tied up, and we're headed to overtime.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside, it's Fuller. Got enough for the first. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They've got it first and 10 from the 25. They go play action with Sellers. Here comes the heat. Chase to the right. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after him.
The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He'll keep it on second down. Got enough for the first. Touchdown, South Carolina! They get on the board first here in the overtime period.
And this offense runs the option. They didn't need the option. The quarterback does a great job understanding that what the defense is trying to do. He's got space. He takes it. Why pitch it when I don't have to? Makes the big, long, explosive touchdown play for this offense.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll run the option. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Doors! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
This is like that 2-foot putt. They still need to make it to force another overtime. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Carter. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Trying the run, it's Young. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He'll run it again. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A personal foul in overtime. What an egregious mistake, and one that he won't be able to explain. First and goal, they'll try to take the lead here in the second overtime. The give on the counter. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Vandy! They get a score to take the lead here in the second overtime.
And how about this this offensive line. 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
Now in the second overtime, you must go for the 2-point conversion. Off the play fake. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Sellers makes the catch. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. The option, he'll keep it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Here's the pressure. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They got it in to tie it up here in double overtime, and now the 2-pointer will win it. They get the score and maybe a little extra time with the trainers in recovery after the game as a result of that hit.
He's going to be taking an ice bath after this game. This is a physical defense, and this quarterback knew coming into this game that he was going to have to make plays like that. He knew he was going to get hit. He knew he was going to get punished, but you're just seeing so much maturity. So impressive watching this quarterback play from the pocket.
Have to go for 2, starting in double overtime, and this one would win the game. They'll try to power it in. He got it! The 2-pointer for the win, and they take the game in double overtime.